Hello students, today's class we will start chapter 5 Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay, now open your book, page number 41. In this chapter we will discuss about Excel. Excel is one of the most popular spreadsheet software. It is widely used to perform mathematical calculations. The data is spread in a tabular form consisting of rows and columns. It provides inbuilt features and tools such as formulas, functions, and data analysis tools that make it easier to work with large amount of data. So it is basically used for calculation work and tabular work. And first electronic spreadsheet was VisiCalc, which is created by Daniel Bricklin and Bob Frankston in early 1980s. Now some features of MS Excel. Formulas are mainly used for performing simple and complex mathematical calculations. Functions are the built-in formulas used for calculating percentage, interest, average, etc. Formatting features improve the appearance of data. The data is automatically recalculated in the entire worksheet if any changes is made in single cell. The data can be quickly searched and replaced instantly. Autofill option is available to enter the data in the series in MS Excel. And data can be viewed in graphical forms such as charts, which help to understand, analyze, and compare data in an effective manner. So these advanced features have made Excel the first choice for professionals to quickly perform lengthy accounting and financial tasks and take immediate decisions. Now there is one let's know more point. In Excel 2007 you can apply background to the Excel sheet. Click on the page layout tab, then page setup group and background option. Next topic is how can we start MS Excel. Earlier classes you have done already. So I will revise for you. Click on start button. Click on all programs. Then click on the Microsoft Office. It is also the part of Office. Then click on Microsoft Excel 2010. Now there is another lesson how to create a shortcut of MS Excel. Then select the Excel option from the start menu and drag it to the desktop. So with this we can easily create shortcut of Excel on the desktop. Now next is what is Workbook and Worksheet in MS Excel. Okay, in MS Word there is only we call the documents, and in Excel we are doing work in worksheets. The Excel window that appears on the screen is called a workbook, and it is assigned a default name as book 1. Workbook is like a notebook which consists of a number of pages, and worksheets in a workbook are like pages of a notebook. And worksheet is a grid-like area made up of rows and columns where you can enter and work with data. So by default, Excel workbook display 3 worksheets at the bottom. You can see 1, 2 and 3. And we can add any number of worksheets in a workbook according to the limits of memory available on the computer. And worksheet consists of 1048557 rows and 16,384 columns. The columns are represented by alphabets on the top and rows have number on the left side of the worksheet. Okay. Another quick view, open a workbook, click on open option on the file tab menu and then press Ctrl plus O key combination for opening a file. There is another quick view to insert a new worksheet, press Shift plus F11. With this we can add new worksheet. Next topic is components of a worksheet. Cell. Cell is an intersection of column and row. Each cell is denoted with a cell address. For example, A5 refers to the cell at the intersection of column A and row 5, and data is entered in a cell. Okay, and a cell contain up to 32,767 characters. There is another quick view. To go to specific cell, use Ctrl plus G and or press F5 function key. Type the cell reference in the cell reference field and go to dialog box. Next is what is active cells, which you can click on a cell. This black border differentiates from the rest of the cell. It indicates the current cell is active. We can see this box. This highlighted box is called cell pointer. If this cell is highlighted, it is active cell. Data can be entered only in cell where the pointer is there. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. It can be as small as single cell or big as an entire worksheet. And you can specify range by writing the starting cell address followed by the ending cell address, both separated by a colon sign. You can see, for example, C1 colon C10. So C1 is the first cell and we are selecting cell C1 to C10. So C1 colon C10. We can write like this. Name box is just located just above the column heading on the left side of the window. This area displays the location of the cell pointer. Now next is formula bar. Formula bar located at the right of the name box. This bar shows the data and formula that you enter in active cell. Next is column heading. Alphabet across the top border each worksheet are called column headings. These headings identify columns with letters A to Z, AA through AZ and up to XFD, a total of 16,384 columns. Now next is row heading. Row heading are the number marked 1 to 104856 along the left border of the worksheet. Next is status bar. Status bar is located at the bottom of the Excel window. It gives us information about the current selection and it includes the name of the currently selected commands or currently active. It also displays warning message. And next topic is moving around the spreadsheet. For moving around the spreadsheet, there is some combination of keys. Okay, we are using to input data in a worksheet. We have to move the cell pointer from one cell to another with the help of various keys that defined in the given table. You have to learn all these keys functions. This is move one column right. Okay, this is the right arrow and left arrow. Move one column left. Okay, now next this is for move one row up and this is down key. Move one row down. Page up key. Move one screen up in a worksheet and page down. Move one screen down in a worksheet. Then Ctrl plus Home key, move the cell pointer to the first cell of the topmost row like A1 and next Ctrl plus End key, move the cell pointer to the last used cell in a spreadsheet. And next topic is how can we enter data. Follow the given step to enter data in a worksheet. First we have to open a new workbook. By default, sheet 1 is active. Click on the cell D1, type weekly expenses. Okay. Then select the cells C1 to F1 and then click the merge and center button in the alignment. Then click on the cell A2 and type item and then right arrow key, type Monday in B2, Tuesday and C2 and likewise enter data in the rest of the cells. All the days of the week, enter data in the rest of the cells. Click on the cell A3, then type eatables and press the enter key. The cell pointer shift to cell A4, then type cold drink, press down arrow key to move to the cell A5 and type milk. Okay, then similarly enter the remaining data like this. So you can make any table like this. Okay. Okay, 520. And in Tuesday, this is the list of weekly expenses. On Tuesday we have done how much expenses in these things: cold drink, transport, stationery, gift, and other items. Okay, all the data you have to enter like this, and you can shift watch these columns by dragging handle. After that, select this and you can change the color, any color you want to change. For changing color of any row or column, you have to select like this. Okay, you have to drag it and then select. Here is another quick view for it. To the specific cell, use Ctrl+G or press the F5 function key and type the cell reference in the reference field. Go to dialog box. Okay, children, now today we have done page number 41, 42 and 43. So you have to read the chapter again, watch this video and do practical practice of this chapter. Okay, make any table. I think you are familiar with Excel. You can easily do. And next topic we will do in the next class. Now I will give you homework for today.